This type of military truck camper has its roots in tactical engineering, which means everything about it is designed first with durability in mind. Unlike ordinary RVs or motorhomes that prioritize comfort above all else, the military-style camper begins with a heavy-duty chassis built to withstand rough terrain, unpredictable climates, and long service lifespans. The steel frame is often overengineered compared to civilian builds, which gives the camper a solid, almost indestructible feel even when fully loaded. This strong base allows the living unit to be mounted without excessive flexing, reducing the risk of long-term wear and tear. Driving such a vehicle immediately sets it apart from standard campers. The high driving position, wide stance, and large tires provide a commanding view of the road ahead and the trails beyond. It is not nimble or fast, but it was never meant to be. Instead, the steering and gearing are tuned for slow, confident progress over rocks, mud, sand, and uneven tracks where smaller vans might get stuck. Many builds incorporate central tire inflation systems, which allow drivers to lower tire pressure on sand or snow and reinflate them for paved highways, adding to the truck's adaptability. When it comes to performance, the engine does most of the heavy lifting. Turbocharged diesel engines are the most common choice because they deliver enormous torque at low RPM, the kind of pulling power that matters when climbing steep grades or carrying heavy supplies. Even if the horsepower figure seems modest compared to sports cars, the torque levels often exceed 1,000 Nm, which translates into unstoppable momentum in real-world off-road use. The transmission, usually a multi-speed automatic or heavy-duty manual, is geared for towing and hauling rather than quick acceleration, so patience on the highway is part of the ownership experience. Fuel efficiency is not its strength, and owners should be prepared for high consumption figures. These vehicles may drink 25 to 40 liters of diesel per 100 kilometers depending on conditions. To counter this, large fuel tanks and auxiliary reserves are fitted, sometimes giving a total range of up to 1,000 kilometers on road. For long expeditions far from refueling stations, this is not just a convenience but a necessity. The extra fuel weight is a compromise, but it buys independence from civilization for days or even weeks. The camper's electrical system is one of its greatest assets for off-grid living. With solar panels on the roof feeding into lithium batteries, combined with charging from the truck's alternator while driving, it can power fridges, lights, water pumps, and communications equipment without needing a generator. This quiet and renewable system allows explorers to camp in remote valleys or deserts without noise or fumes. Depending on the size of the solar array and battery bank, some builds can sustain laptops, fans, and even portable air conditioners for limited periods. Managing energy wisely becomes part of the lifestyle. Inside, the design balances military utility with camper comfort. Interiors are typically more Spartan compared to luxury RVs, but they emphasize functionality. Modular furniture, compact galleys, and fold-out sleeping areas make the most of limited space. Surfaces are rugged and easy to clean, using composite materials, metals, and reinforced plastics that can endure bumps and spills. For insulation, thick panels line the walls and roof, keeping heat in during cold nights and blocking sun in desert environments. This creates a surprisingly livable interior even when parked in extreme conditions. Water management is another crucial system, as it defines how long travelers can remain independent. Tanks are sized generously, often holding over 200 liters of fresh water along with separate gray and black tanks. Some builds include filtration systems or external hookups that allow refilling from rivers and lakes, turning the truck into a semi-autonomous base camp. With careful rationing, a small family can operate for over a week before needing to resupply, which makes it ideal for overland expeditions or disaster response scenarios. The camper's layout often integrates safety in subtle ways. Fire suppression systems, first aid storage, and reinforced panels protect the occupants. Windows may be double glazed for both insulation and added strength. Many models mount recovery equipment directly onto the body, such as shovels, traction boards, spare tires, and a front winch capable of pulling the entire truck out of mud or snow. These small details reflect the military DNA of the vehicle, ensuring it can recover itself and survive in harsh conditions. Living with a military truck camper is an exercise in trade-offs. Owners must accept limited maneuverability in urban settings, difficulties with parking, and slower travel speeds. At the same time, they gain confidence to go almost anywhere, from desert plateaus to alpine forests, carrying their home along with them. Unlike trailers or smaller vans, the integrated nature of this vehicle means that living quarters and mechanical systems are tied together in a single, unified platform, making it feel more solid and dependable. In terms of pricing, these rigs are not for budget buyers. Because most are custom-built or converted in small workshops, the costs reflect labor-intensive craftsmanship and specialized materials. Even an entry-level build can surpass $200,000, while more advanced or luxury versions approach $500,000. This places them firmly in the premium category, appealing to serious overlanders, professional explorers, and occasionally government or NGO buyers who need reliable mobile shelters. The expected release or delivery timeline of any new model depends heavily on the builder. Since these are often boutique projects, it is not unusual for customers to wait a year or more before delivery. Each build is tailored, and availability of donor military trucks adds variability. Unlike mass-market RVs, there is no predictable annual lineup. Rather, each model evolves as technology and customer needs shift. This makes every vehicle unique but also limits widespread accessibility. Ultimately, the military truck camper represents a philosophy of independence and resilience. It is not about luxury in the traditional sense but about freedom, the freedom to explore lands where roads fade, to remain self-sufficient for extended stretches, and to carry the essentials of modern life inside a fortress on wheels. For adventurers who see the world as their campground, and who accept the costs and compromises, it offers an unmatched experience that no ordinary campervan or RV can replicate. Would you like me to